Hello everyone, or should I say, hello neighbor. Ha! Such a clever introduction for an equally clever video. Within the grasp of my understanding is a theory so superior it aims to unravel everything we've come to believe about Hello Neighbor and its large mystery built by a tiny company. Build Small. The hottest personalities of the YouTube indie horror scene like No Eyes Watching and DJ Ale seeked to piece together Hello Neighbor's mystery. All the while, the internet was captivated by a handsome mustachioed father whose life of tragedy wrote for him a tale that reads like romance prawn your mom buys from those bookshelves at Target. They're the reason your mother's mind is so attractive, and their pages being incarnated into the character we've come to know as the neighbor is the reason my mind and body are obsessed with this hot dripping mystery about the man next door. If you're confused at this point, that's fine, especially now I don't expect many people to be on my level. If you don't like me talking about your mom like that, I don't mean to offend. She just sure is gorgeous. If your mom is dead, I have a shovel. A shovel of sympathy. By now, you've probably realized I'm a pretty deep thinker, and well, applying that to something as simple as indie horror, I guess it was just a matter of time before I figured out how things really are. When we first saw those teasing stretches in tight striped pants, we thought the neighbor was a father, one who experienced tragedy that made him build the hottest mess of a bachelor pad. Remember, he's a bachelor now because his wife is dead. Or so we thought. That's the problem with thoughts. They aren't as accurate as instinct. When I tapped into mine, I saw something no one else saw. My reality was shattered. Your reality will be shattered. Do you think the neighbor built the house because he went crazy from losing his daughter to gravity and his wife to Papa John's? Did you really? Did you think the neighbor was these children's dad? Did you? Then you're an idiot. The true identity of the neighbor has eluded us yet lay right under our noses all along. Case in point, look at his pants. These are striped pants. Do you know who else wore striped pants? Okay, I'll tell you. George Harrison of the Beatless. Maybe you've heard of the Beatless? They were literally the most popular band ever, and a boy band filled with boys. Is our neighbor a pedo? Nay, you could call the Beatless the single most important artistic phenomenon to touch the history of Western culture, next to bubble tea. And here our neighbor is wearing striped pants. These are a symbol of that deep individualistic expression that Western society is all about. Striped pants. Being white while playing the sitar. Building an iconic house. It's all connected. The neighbor wears striped pants in a game that takes place in Russia. Behind the Iron Curtain. Oh, you didn't know that? Just look at the signs. The game is in Russia, unfortunately, and if you had the intellectual curiosity to crack open a history book, you'd know that Russia has had quite a colored history. Mostly red. Going all the way back to the blue jeans ban during the latter half of the 20th century, we know blue jeans and any similar garment was banned in the USSR. See, jeans and pants like them weren't just something to wear. They were, as I said, symbols of the individualistic expression brought into existence by Western society because we're the best. How else do you explain that blue jeans refers to like 50 different colors of blue? There ain't no cerulean jeans, misty. And don't be one of those people who thinks Hello Neighbor takes place in modern times after the Berlin Wall fell, and therefore after the blue jeans ban. We know our neighbor has a perfect prawn stash for the fashion of the 1970s. A guy who's hip enough to grow a mustache is gonna be hip enough to wear hot, illegal pants. We therefore know this game takes place in the 1970s in Soviet Russia. In what other decade would a strapping man of this caliber present his being as such? This is the 1970s and we're in Russia, a time when self-expressive pants are banned. We all know Russian people only wear Adidas tracksuits unless they're the kind of rebel to purchase high fashion on the black market. like our neighbor. However, recall we're a child when we first meet the neighbor. A child wearing drab, tan government-issue shorts. Having never seen anything like it, we're intrigued by our neighbor's fashion, and that's why we venture into his living space. One we find to be a maze with a basement maze and ghosts. Stranger still, when we, the protagonist, return to the house as an adult, we're wearing jeans. And not just jeans, we've rolled them up into capris, the ultimate sign of civil disobedience. Martin Luther King, Gandhi, Zoe 101, what did they have in condom? Capris. These jeans are obviously not made in Russia because of the craftsmanship and obvious freedom. So therefore, the protagonist we play as is also buying hip pants illegally from the West. More so, he has the artistic audacity to illegally purchase a symbol of self-expression and modify it even further with a tasteful roll-up to the mid-calf. We in the neighbor are revolutionaries. Pant revolutionaries against Soviet rulers of the Cold War era. In Act 1 and the first half of Act 2, we can tell by the unfortunate utilitarian shorts that we are a naive government-worshipping child. It's only after we escape the house that we return as a handsome, sharp-dressed rebel. One whose pants align with our neighbor's anti-establishment vision of how life should be. Like the beatniks, but sexier. The beat dicks. So what happened then? Why did we join the neighbor's cause so many years later? What really happened to the neighbor, and why is his once thriving house a smoldering ruin? Why, many years later, did we take self-expression and push it to the highest degree in order to fight the power? This new outlook on things answers so much, but also brings up daunting questions. Questions like, what were the missing children's posters really for? What was the house really about, and why do we have strange visions of it that make up Act 3? All will be answered if you subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified when Part 2 comes out. I know it's frustrating to have to wait, but honestly, I'm not convinced there's enough intelligent people to click this video in the first place, so why would I make an 18-minute video when all these mouth breathers might not click? Intelligence comes through the nose, sheeple. Most people think Hello Neighbor is already solved. I can tell you're open-minded though, so thanks for not being one of them. You seem like a really smart person, so you get where someone like me is coming from. Also, if this video doesn't get a million views, I'm not even going to make a part 2. I felt this was all pretty obvious, and I kind of resent that I even have to make this video. This is Big Theory fan Rainbow Dash 69 signing off from Riverside, California. Peace.